Can Heroes of Mavia 100x this crypto bull run? This is the question I'm going to be answering in today's video. I'm going to touch on a couple of very bullish things that Heroes of Mavia have recently announced, and I'm going to be giving you guys some price predictions for this project based on this added news. So let's get straight into it. So if you guys watch my channel a lot, you will know I am bullish on the crypto gaming sector as a whole for this upcoming bull run. Now, it hasn't really had a major pump just yet. It did have quite a good rally back in around October 2023. But since then, we've seen meme coins and AI really take off, with gaming coins kind of being left on the sidelines. With that said, just because they haven't pumped yet does not mean they are not going to pump in the future, right? We've still got potentially, in my eyes, 6 to 12 months left of this bull run. And there's going to be a lot more narratives to pump, right? We're going to have different sectors that haven't pumped yet see a very good period of time. And for me, gaming is probably one of the most likely sectors to continue to pump throughout the bull run. That's because it onboards retail and everyone can understand it very easily. With that said, there's a lot of gaming projects, right? We've got gaming hubs, we've got single games, we've got iOS games, Android games, all of these different things. I see Heroes of Mavia as one of the most well-rounded gaming projects because it's in a new sector which we haven't really seen before in the mobile gaming sector in crypto. And it's taking a lot of inspiration from Clash of Clans, which is one of the most played games in the entire world. It's on iOS, it's on Android, the team is good, and the graphics are looking very solid as well. So there's a lot of reasons to me as to why Heroes of Mavia could be one of the top gaming projects this cycle, like an Axie Infinity, like a Sandbox, like a Decentraland, or a Gala that we had last time around. You know, we are going to see some new gaming projects come out in the market. We're going to see Gunzilla Games, we're going to see Bloodloop, and some others. But looking around right now at the gaming projects, Mavia seems to be one of the most likely ones to make it to the higher echelons of crypto gaming. And recently, Heroes of Mavia have announced two very bullish pieces of news. So before I get into the price predictions for Mavia, let's go over two of these very bullish pieces of news. So the first exceptionally bullish piece of news for Mavia is they are going to be reducing the token unlocks by over 80% until February 2025, which is probably around the time that the bull market will be getting towards the end. You know, maybe not, maybe it continues into the kind of latter end of 2025, but nevertheless, this gives us a large period of time of no token dilution pretty much, right? Or very minimal. So it says here, Mavia's circulating supply will remain under 14% up until February 2025. We know that in gaming, one of the major problems that stunts the growth of gaming projects is token dilution. And the fact that Heroes of Mavia have acknowledged this and thus reduced it by a drastic 80% shows how serious this project is, and it's not simply just a money grab. So you can see it delineated here with this graph. You've got the old kind of dilution curve, and then this is the new one. Much more flat, much less of a concern, I would say. So dilution really isn't going to be a concern for Heroes of Mavia, and that makes me a whole lot more bullish on this project than I already was. Now we've got the launch of the Ruby marketplace as well for Heroes of Mavia. It says here, Mavia's highly anticipated Ruby marketplace begins rollout in game on iOS and Android devices. It further goes on to say that Mavia token will have integration within this marketplace. So that makes me extremely bullish. One of the critiques that people had about Heroes of Mavia was the lack of token utility in the early stages, but we know it's a project very much in its beginning phases, very much in its inception. And I imagine in the next few months, the next few years, this project is going to further increase their token utility. So the way how I see it for Heroes of Mavia is you're buying it right now at an excellent discount, okay? We've seen prices all the way up at $10.71. So being able to buy it at $3 is an excellent bargain. And long term, it would not surprise me if we saw this market cap do at least a 20x, okay? 2 billion in market cap would probably be my kind of conservative value. And then we could go up to 5 or 10 billion as the more ambitious kind of target. Now, a lot of this is dependent on the overall gaming market and how bullish crypto gaming is as a whole. If we see it do similar to how it did last time around, where we have numerous projects going between 5 to 10 billion in market cap, I would say that it would be reasonable to say that Heroes of Mavia could be one of those projects that makes it into that higher echelon category, thus going to a market cap of around 5 to 10 billion. If Heroes of Mavia was lucky enough to go to the same market cap as Axie Infinity, that would be around a 91x on your money. So a 100x for this token is possible, right? But I would say it's unlikely. Personally, I would be targeting much more of the region between a kind of 20 to 40x on this token. So for another comparison, if Mavia went to Decentraland's all-time high market cap, that would be a 60x on your money, taking Mavia to a $219 valuation. Again, I think this is a little bit too bullish, but it just shows you the potential that this project has, okay? And then if we do UFO Gaming, which wasn't really the best gaming project, it really wasn't too great. If Mavia went to UFO Gaming's all-time high market cap, you'd be looking at a 10x or so, right? 12x basically. So anywhere between that 10 to 100x range is possible for Mavia. And I know that's a very big and broad range, but we have to be broad in our price predictions for a crypto which doesn't really have much of a previous track record. If you're predicting cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, AVAX, they're much more predictable because you've got past price action, right? You can kind of estimate what they're going to do this time if they continue the current trajectory that they've been on. Whereas something like Heroes of Mavia, we haven't got a past track record. We're literally just basing it on other gaming projects and how well they have done in previous cycles. So if I had to really narrow it down to a market cap range or a price range rather, or an X range, I would be looking for around a 20 to 40x for me to start heavily cashing out. And obviously that's very much dependent on the overall cycle and all of that, but that would be the levels that I'd be looking for with Heroes of Mavia. So very bullish project. You're getting it at an excellent discount, and it does have that potential to be on the top level of gaming projects. And if it did do that, you'd be looking around a 90 to 100x on your money, as I showed you with Axie Infinity. If you want to learn how I personally research gaming cryptos and how I come to my judgments on these cryptos, I highly recommend you take my free guide. Okay, my 8-step checklist is available to you. Hit that link in the description that says my free guide, put in your name and your email address, and you'll gain access to my free guide essentially on gaming cryptos. I give you some feasible strategies which you can implement when you're doing your research. And like I said, it's absolutely free of charge. Also, make sure to check out my paid membership group. It's a highly lucrative group where people are making a ton of money. It's a very good network as well, right? There's chats for Mavia, there's chats for all the different projects which I hold. And many people in this group are implementing my strategies and my research techniques to try and find low cap gems that have massive, massive potential. So if you want to get my buy and sell alerts and access to all of the chats in the community, I recommend you go for that VIP tier. This is the one that the vast majority of people go for. And if you can't afford that, then go for the elite tier as an entry option. This is going to be going very, very soon. I'm going to be shutting it down probably in the next few days. So make sure to grab this tier before it's gone if you're interested. And then the mentor tier is for those who are looking to aim very big. Those of you who are looking to make multi-millions this bull run and retire yourself, this would be the best suited tier for you. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Goodbye.